Lately in life, I've been really in the moment, and I think that this kind of just came about for a few reasons, and mostly just me wanting to stop worrying about the past and the future and just enjoy life as it comes. And I think that that is actually a really good way to live your life. And I think that it's honestly brought me a lot of peace in the past month or two because it makes me just like actually enjoy life more. And I've always heard the saying, like, live in the moment and enjoy life as it comes to you. And I even studied the philosophy Taoism, which is it's basically the philosophy of going with the flow, just letting life come to you as it comes. And I really didn't get that saying because I don't really know why, honestly. I think that it was just kind of hard for me to understand. Because I was always worried about what I was going to do in the future, the progress I was going to make. And actually, I think when it comes to progress in life and making my goals become reality and, you know, improving myself, it actually is easier to do so when I'm focused on, the moment. And it's something that feels very true to me and speaks to me because, yeah, I've spent a lot of time worrying. And I think that it's honestly a very peaceful and a beneficial way to live your life. Because when you slow down and you enjoy what is actually happening in your life, you'll enjoy it more. I feel like you just milk everything that you'll get from it and everything that you'll carry on with you into the future. And it is really, about those small moments that really make up, happiness and a good life. Right now I've came out here to film this video because I felt like it. I came up with this video a long time ago and I've given it some thought, but I decided to do it now because I felt like I could. And I felt like I wanted to. And honestly, it's a lot better to just, in my opinion, to just do something than to, procrastinate it and think about it for a really long time. And then, never really get around to it or, worry about it too much. And yeah, I've just been, trying to take every opportunity I can because I don't know if I'm going to ever get some of these opportunities again. But I've also just been, enjoying what I do on a daily basis, my routines, and really just trying to enjoy everything. And it's the 4th of July right now. If you're in America, happy 4th of July. So you might hear some fireworks in the background. But yeah, I've just been kind of, I've always been good at appreciating things in nature like this or the fungi on the tree back there. But, I've never really appreciated, or I've never really been good at appreciating just what I'm doing in the moment. I've always been, oh, that'd be so cool to do at some point in my life, or I wish I had that right now. But in reality, there's just beauty in just, hanging out and doing what you do every day and doing what you're doing right now. Because at the end of the day, the present is what matters. The present is everything because it determines what you do in the future. And, there's actually some philosophical stuff. I'm not really sure what the philosophy is called or if it's even a philosophy or maybe it's just a philosophical kind of thought or a complex. It's basically where everything that you do in life dictates what you do in the future, who you are in the future. And it basically says that when you die, the only person that actually dies is the current you, the present you, because you change so often, and all the yous before are gone. They've helped you become the person that you are now, but they are not the current you. I think that that's actually a really cool way to look at it. It kind of speaks to me because it just shows me how important it is to just like take your life slow and like appreciate the present because it really dictates your future. And I find that true in a lot of senses because choices that I have made, things that I've done, dictate my preferences and my memories and what I do in the future in general. So yeah, I think it's a really cool way to look at it. But yeah, I really do like appreciating the little things and just, I'm sorry if I'm reiterating the same point, but I've been on a trip. I went to the Yellowstone and the Tetons, which is a video that I'll probably post after this one. or maybe the video after the video that I'm going to post, but I'm trying to live in the moment, so I can't really think about that right now. And I went to Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons, and I just stopped at a bunch of nature areas, and even just, stopping at a hotel room. I've honestly been really in the moment, which I've been enjoying. Not trying to worry about the future, just taking life as it comes, really. And I've just been enjoying, I'm so grateful for being in these beautiful places. I've also been feeling a lot of gratitude. I've just been appreciating, nature a lot too, which I think has helped me like be in the moment, because it's just so beautiful. Like I know that this video is not really about nature, but I'm gonna just like show you around me because it's so pretty. Look at all these wildflowers and all the moss and everything, and the fungi on this little dead tree. The life is coming back from something that used to be alive that's now dead. I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, there's just this beautiful lake back here. It's a really big lake. It goes back there a lot further. It's a very big lake. But we're just in a bay right now, so it actually looks pretty small, and you also don't have a very good view. And yeah, so I've been enjoying nature. I've been enjoying my life. And I think being on this trip has really helped. I've been traveling quite a bit, and it's helped me kind of settle into that. Because even like before, like last summer, I was traveling a lot. I spent a lot of time in nature because I was backpacking and just being in nature basically the whole summer. And I still didn't really get that saying. I was thinking about it even back then. I thought about, what people were always telling me, it's important to be in the moment, but I never really got it, and now I feel like I'm kind of getting there. So yeah. Anyways, that's about all I had to say, but I'm actually gonna go jump into the lake. There's a baby crying in the background, so I'm sorry about that, but I'm gonna go jump into the lake. It's raining right now, so it's gonna be pretty cold, but I've jumped into some cold water this summer, so anyways, I'm gonna take you along and then I'm gonna end this video. Now that I'm out here, you can actually see what I mean by big lake. Usually you can see it to the end, but right now it's a little bit cloudy, so you can't. But you can see to the end, but it also goes that way, more bays, and that way. So it's fairly large. All right, this is probably gonna be quite cold, but nah, it'll be fun. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. I'm grateful that anyone even wants to watch this. I know I don't have a big fan base or anything, but it's insane to me that anyone at all even wants to watch anything that I make. So yeah, but I'm gonna continue, spreading messages that I think are important. So if you think that that's cool or want to join for that, then subscribe, like the video, maybe share it, leave a comment. It'll help me out with the algorithm, so that'd be great. Anyways, peace.